Welcome to the deep dive. We cut through the noise to get you the insights you really need. Today, we're jumping into something that's really shifting gears, the trucking industry in 2025. It's not just about having good trucks and good drivers anymore, is it? Things are changing fast. Yeah, so for this deep dive, we've been looking at excerpts from the future-proof trucking business, technology, funding, and growth. Really interesting stuff. And our mission here for you is basically to pull out the absolute key takeaways, the things you need to know to stay competitive, stay profitable, and just be ready for what's coming down the pike. We're going to look at sort of three core pillars: technology, how that's changing things day to day, then funding, smart funding, how to grow sustainably, and finally, what it actually means to be future-proof in this business. Okay, let's dig in. So technology first. I mean, it feels like this is where so much is happening. What really jumped out at me from the material is just how much tech is reshaping the daily grind. It's not just, bells and whistles. It's about saving actual money, avoiding delays, making smarter calls.
Absolutely. It touches everything.
It seems like every trucking business, big or small, really needs to be using some key tools these days, like AI-powered route planning. This isn't just Google Maps,
Not
right?
at all. This is sophisticated stuff.
Yeah, AI crunching data to find the fastest and most fuel-efficient routes. Less road time, more cash. Simple as that, almost.
And fuel is such a huge cost.
Exactly. Then you've got automated dispatching. Smart systems matching trucks to the best loads automatically. Cuts down on deadhead miles, those empty, money-losing trips.
Which is critical. Deadheading is just, it eats into profits badly.
And predictive maintenance, this one's fascinating. Trucks telling you they need a fix before they break down.
Sensors, AI tracking vibrations, temperatures, tiny changes.
So you schedule repairs instead of getting stranded.
Precisely. Avoids massive delays, huge repair bills, unhappy customers. It's proactive, not reactive.
And electronic logging devices, ELDs, they're basically essential now for compliance, right?
Oh, absolutely. For FMCSA rules on driver hours, they're non-negotiable. Makes audits way easier too. Avoids those big fines.
So it's not just one thing.
No, and what's truly fascinating here is how it all connects. These technologies, they integrate. They feed off each other.
How so?
Well, like you said, good ELD data can actually help refine route planning over time. You see patterns.
Right.
And the big win isn't always just raw efficiency. Sometimes it's risk mitigation or even, surprisingly, driver retention.
Because drivers aren't dealing with constant breakdowns or confusing paperwork.
Exactly. Less frustration means happier drivers, potentially lower turnover.
Yeah.
When you embrace this tech, you cut paperwork, save on fuel, save on repairs. You just keep the wheels turning smoothly. It streamlines the whole operation.
That driver retention point is huge, often overlooked. Okay, so you've got tech helping operations run smoother. But growth needs fuel, right? Money. Which brings us straight to smart funding. You can have a great setup, but if you can't fund expansion or cover costs...
You're stuck, or worse.
Right. Buying more trucks, hiring drivers, even just covering, a slow month or unexpected repair, smart funding is key. And the first step, the material really hammers this home, is building strong business credit.
Foundational. Absolutely foundational.
It's like the company's trust score with lenders. A good score makes borrowing way easier.
That's a perfect way to put it. It unlocks doors.
So how do you actually build it? The basics.
Well, first, structure matters. Set up as an LLC or S Corp. Protects your personal assets.
Okay.
Get an employer identification number, an EIN. It's like the business's social security number.
Got it.
Then, crucially, separate finances. Open a dedicated business bank account. Get a business credit card. Keep personal and business completely separate.
Discipline seems key after that. Paying bills on time.
On time, every time.
Yeah,
Especially
right.
things like fuel cards, repair shops, suppliers, any regular vendor accounts.
And work with vendors who report to credit bureaus.
Yes. That's how your good payment history actually gets recorded and builds that score. And keep those accounts open and active. Show consistent, responsible use.
Makes sense. So once you have that solid credit, what next? Lines of credit, SBA loans.
Exactly. Those are the tools you can leverage. A line of credit, think of it like a flexible business credit card.
You only use what you need.
Right. Borrow as needed. Pay interest only on what you use. Great for fluctuating costs like fuel, maybe unexpected maintenance, bridging a slow week. Very versatile.
And SBA loans, they sound more substantial.
They usually are. Small Business Administration loans, they're government-backed, which often means lower interest rates and longer repayment terms.
Good for bigger investments like buying several trucks.
Perfect for that.
Yeah.
But the bar is higher. You generally need that good credit we talked about, proof of steady income, and a solid business plan showing how you'll use the money and pay it back.
So that planning piece is critical even for the loan.
Absolutely. Which, this raises an important question about just being financially prepared all the time.
Proactive management.
Yes. The pro tip here is keep your financial records immaculate. Bank statements, tax returns, maintenance logs, everything organized. Be loan ready at all times. Opportunity might knock when you least expect it.
That idea of being ready, that proactive approach,
Yeah.
it fits perfectly with the last pillar, future-proofing. It sounds good, future-proof, but for someone juggling daily fires, how do you actually do that? Prepare for things you can't even predict?
Well, it's about building resilience, not having a crystal ball. It's about preparing for possibilities, new rules, market shifts, changing customer needs, being ready, not just reacting when it hits you.
And a big part of that is just staying compliant, right?
Yeah.
Especially with FMCSA rules, they seem to change constantly.
Do. And 2025 has some specific changes coming up that owners need on their radar.
Like the new online registration system, everything moving online.
Yep. Managing registration, updates, all digital. Supposedly even doable from your phone, which could be convenient.
And MC numbers are going away? USDOT numbers are the main ID now.
That's the plan. USDOT number becomes the primary identifier. Streamlining, hopefully.
Okay, and the big one, stricter emissions rules. This could impact a lot of fleets.
For sure. If you're running older diesel trucks, you need to look closely at the new EPA standards. The advice is clear. Start planning now. Budgeting for cleaner engines, maybe exploring hybrid or electric options down the line.
That's a big capital expense to plan for.
It is, which ties back to having good funding options available.
And beyond just rules, future-proofing is about the business itself, right? Diversification.
Absolutely. If we connect this to the bigger picture, it's about not having all your eggs in one basket. Relying on one or two big clients is risky. If they hit a snag, your whole business feels it.
To spread the risk.
Exactly. Serve different industries. Retail, agriculture, manufacturing, whatever makes sense for your operation. Don't just haul one type of freight for one type of customer.
What about offering extra services?
That's another great strategy. Things like last mile delivery, maybe some warehousing if you have space, or even freight brokering. Adding value beyond just the long haul.
Exploring new regions or government contracts, too.
Yeah, broadening your geographical reach or looking into potentially stable government work. It's all about building multiple revenue streams so you can weather economic ups and downs, building that resilience.
And with tighter rules comes more audits, or at least the possibility.
The possibility is always there, and being prepared is crucial. Audits can be disruptive, time-consuming, stressful.
So being audit-ready is part of future-proofing, too. How?
Keep meticulous digital records. We mentioned financials, but also registration docs, insurance, maintenance logs, all that ELD data, everything easily accessible.
Train the team.
Definitely. Make sure everyone understands safety protocols, compliance rules. It's a team effort.
Using software to help track compliance.
That's a really smart move. Compliance tracking software can automate reminders, flag potential issues, helps keep everything organized, and demonstrates you're taking it seriously. It's proactive defense.
Okay, so pulling this all together.
Yeah.
What does this really mean for, the owner-operator or the fleet manager listening right now, looking at the road ahead in 2025?
Well, I think the core message is pretty clear.
Yeah, the takeaway from the material seems to be, running a trucking business now is about moving smart, not just moving freight, using every tool, every strategy.
Exactly. Leverage the advantages available.
The action plan seems straightforward, if not simple. Use AI and automation for efficiency, build strong business credit, get access to smart funding, stay on top of FMCSA rules, keep the fleet compliant, diversify who you work for and what you do.
Reduce that risk.
And keep those records spotless. Be audit ready, always.
It's a comprehensive approach.
So what does this all mean?
Well, look, the road ahead is changing fast. There's no denying it. Regulations, technology, economic pressures. It's a lot. But, and this is the crucial part, with the right tools, the right planning, the right mindset, you won't just survive these changes, you'll actually thrive.
So it's about taking control.
It really is. Think about how planning smart now, investing wisely in tech and your financial health ensures your business isn't just about delivering today's load. It's about ensuring there are many, many miles and years ahead for your company, building something that lasts.